I was just sitting here remembering something. I know how to clog. I fucking forgot I could do that. The only reason I know is because I had two best friends who were dancers, and I watched them do it and learned how to clog them. Um, the Chicks are one of my favorite bands ever. I love them so much, and I've been a fan since the Bush administration and since all of that, and since I went through something kind of similar, and got a lot of hate for it. One of the songs that got me through a lot of that was Not Ready to Make Nice. I just love them. Every album has helped me through something. And one of my favorite songs to do at karaoke. Oh, I booger. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh my god, that's so disrespectful. And I'm so sorry. I cut it out, but why? I've already seen it. It's too late. I'm so sorry. Anyway, one of my favorite songs to do was Sin Wagon because I could hit all the notes and it was like a crowd favorite. And after a couple of drinks, I get to clogging, and I just did that. Just listened to that song and did that, and that was brought back some memories. It wore me out, but it was. I feel like I did it. I do a lot of shit, you know, a lot of cool shit that people try to make me feel stupid or bad for, and I'm not gonna. If that's a you thing. You would, you know, I did it. It's not my problem. Um, I'm gonna clog if I want to. I'm gonna sing karaoke if I want to. I actually loved that job. It was fun. Um, but yeah, I learned like four. Well, I learned Cold Day in July, Don't Waste Your Heart. Um, there were several that Long Time Gone. I love that song. And I learned a bunch of those on the guitar yesterday, and now I'm like in a mood. I just love them so much, and I don't know. It just it, I always liked them, like even back because I didn't like it. I didn't like Bush either. Oh my god, oh my god, and it was just a statement. But because I think there is a pressure for Southern women to be a certain way, Southern women, right? And definitely not lean left. Oh my god, no. Or be obstinate or speak up about certain topics. We're supposed to, like children, we're supposed to be seen and not heard. And when they did that, because I lived in the South and because, it was such a huge, epic thing that happened, around that same time, something else happened in our town that they tried to, and which is probably why there was such a big fiasco when what happened does happen. But and they stopped playing them on the radio because they were widely popular. Um, that how I heard them was on country radio, and after that happened, like people were cruel and they were mean, and I heard some of the things that they would say about that, and it just bothered me so much because I think they're such great musicians. I mean, incredibly talented musicians. Their songwriting skills are. Goodbye, Earl. Shut the fuck up. That is one of the best songs of all time regarding domestic violence. And I don't know. I thought they were legendary, and then when that happened, and like I followed them all through it and watched like their documentary and just the pain and struggle that they went through trying to continue with their music career, being from the South. And there's something I don't know, it's just heartbreaking because it's your home and you love your home and you love the people and your communities and but um when you disagree strongly with how your community feels about certain things, and that the pain, God, the pain of the backlash of your own, and just it's a very lonely feeling, but there's something in you as an artist and as somebody with um, a certain need for justice or moral compass. Um, you have to keep going because you can't not create. Like, it's who you are. People don't understand that, and they tend to vilify that as a moral failing, when in actuality, the moral failing is um, trying to abolish art and music and things from not only schools but like just society in general, as it being a bad thing, and glorifying you know um, capitalism and all the things that Bush stood for. And I would have been ashamed too, and I would have probably said something, and I did. It did, and I know what that feels like. And I think one of the greatest songs of all time is "Not Ready to Make Nice" about that situation, because that song got me through a lot of this, and I'm not, and I know exactly how they feel about that. Because there's nothing to apologize for. There was nothing for them to apologize for. They shouldn't have had to go through that. They should have been able, in a country where there is freedom of speech, you should be allowed to uh, criticize uh, the power structure. When you see something that is wrong, you should be able to point that out and say, hey, no, fuck you, fuck that, that's wrong, and not live in fear because of it. And, having received death threats and all the things that happened myself, I understand what they went through, and I just admire them so much as human beings and as musicians and artists and philanthropists, and I don't know. And just I've been a fan since the very beginning, since they broke, and that first album, God, still, and I don't know why I don't know, but oh man, I mean, her voice is like just all. Okay, anyway, I don't know. Being a woman in society, just period, is hard. It's so hard. You live in fear, constant fear anyway. You have to contradict yourself constantly in order to not make waves. But if you're not making waves, then you're not being true to yourself, and you're not being an authentic, you know, person. So, I would rather be isolated and alone for being who I am than be loved for being somebody that I'm not. And yeah, I'll die on that hill. I might. No, I won't. They made it through it. They survived it. I'll get through this too. All right, bye.